Welcome back to Digiburst, guys. We are here with the third place match for the Oceania Nationals. I was very lucky to be able to give them the chance to record this one while also commentating the first place match also going on at the same time. Here we have Machinedramon on the left against BlackWarGreymon on the right. Ed Nugent on the left playing the Machinedramon, and I think William on the right playing the BlackWarGreymon. BlackWarGreymon here, this is listed that was the only BlackWarGreymon list to get into the top 4. So we'll see how they go. This is the best of the best of Oceania here. Grabbing the Metal X there and already getting a sweet lineup into their Greymon. The Greymon player needs to be able to hit fast and early to counter Machinedramon here, because once Machinedramon is able to set up a very solid defense, they're very hard to get past and do damage to their security, especially if the Machinedramon guy is bigger than the BlackWarGreymon, and it's actually not that hard to do considering all of the DP boosting effects that the Machinedramon can get, as well as the immunities the Machinedramon player can get too. Things like any removal effects, but also battle removal as well. I can get immunities or protections for that too. So tapping the Cool Boy, getting the memory and the draw one, they can easily go into a Metal Greymon to kill the rookie, and that might be what they're doing there, going into the X antibody. And then we'll just go into the Metal X to pop something that is 6k or less. And it's for only 2 cost as well, because they have the Greymon X evoing from it. They can then push further. They are on 0, remember. They can go into a level 6 if they want to go into a Wargrey X. When they punch, they can trigger the X anybody, but instead they'll just go for a Agumon and pass turn on 3. Looking at top 3, they'll grab that Grey X. Maybe they can start up a new line. They probably have a second rookie to go into in the nursery there for next turn when they flip over that egg. So now back to the Mastermon player. Their trash is not well established at this moment, unfortunately, and that is very much in the BlackWar player's favor. They want to end this game as quickly as possible to make sure that they can't establish things like their trash, their analog men, or even things like any large bodies for the Machinedramons. Pass the opponent on 1, they'll go into Agumon X, tap the Cool Boy, gain back a memory, draw a card, and then trigger the Agumon X to reveal top 3 to search for a Greymon. Grabbing that WarGreymon, very nice, very well positioned to remove that analog man and set the opponent back big time. And that might just be what they do right now. Yep, straight into the BlackWarGrey to pop that analog man and pass the opponent on 2. It's like their turn didn't even happen, unfortunately. So now Machinedramon is in a very poor position, going into the rookie just to try to cycle out their cards, try to give them more options, and they'll draw into 2 of that same option. It's the only option they run. I got their list off them, but unfortunately did get some corruptions in the transportation back home, so unfortunately I won't be able to post that list. BlackWarGreymon able to punch in if they want to do damage here. Yep, they'll punch in. They'll not trigger the X anybody. Alright. And then here, just doing that 1 damage. They can punch with the rookie, and then if the rookie dies, they can unsuspend the BlackWarGreymon to punch again. It's a little bit of a greedier play, but definitely speeds up the clock if they want to do that. And I think speeding up the clock is something that they definitely be wanting to do. They'll go for the Greymon for 1 cost, or 2 cost, and then gain back a memory since they have a Agumon in the stack. Going for the Grey X to gain back a memory, draw a card off the Cool Boy. They can definitely punch with the Greymon that has a plus 2k, it's 8k, so unlikely to die. But it does die. This will trigger the BlackWarGrey to unsuspend. I think it's an optional effect if he doesn't want to do it, but definitely better off if he does. And he is touching it a little bit, thinking if he does want to unsuspend it. He will unsuspend it, but oh no, he'll just Digivolve into the BlackWarGrey X and then trigger the reboot, popping the pop in the rookie. Yeah, so deciding not to risk the swing, instead just rebooting and then shredding a security from the Metal Greymon inheritable. This is not going well for the Machinedramon, especially if he wants to go into his Mega from the nursery. He still needs to Evo one more time and pass turn on 3, yep. And now this brings it one step closer to the Machinedramon, but not great positioning for the Machinedramon player. Getting one more hit in with the BlackWarGreymon and sitting pretty there with their rookie in the rear for the lethal push for when it ticks back around to the Greymon player's turn. They'll grab the Agumon and just pass turn after the memory boost, unsuspend with reboot and trash the last security. The Machinedramon player needs to set up a blocker and remove the BlackWarGrey to have any sort of shot in this position. But I don't think they have the tools, especially being choked on one memory. I think that is a wrap. They'll go into game 2. Machinedramon, really interesting deck to see in the Nationals of Oceania. Took 2 spots in the top 32, and one of them being in the top 4, that is the opponent here. And BlackWarGrey, only one of them made it to the top 4 out of the 18 of them that made 12 of them that made top 32. So yeah, quite a lot of BlackWarGreys in the top 32 of Oceania, but not a lot of them actually made it to the top 8. The conversion rate was actually much more in the favor of Grandis, where we saw 4 Grandis players in the top 8, like half of it. That's pretty nuts. An unfavorable Machinedramon in the nursery for the Machinedramon player being 3 cost Evo up. But it is a 7k blocker with the inheritable rookie underneath it. I think it's like a Diaboromon. It's the Diaboromon rookie. Gives it plus 1k on the opponent's turn, so it is a 7k blocker. Going into the I can't quite remember its name now, but on evolution it can pop a 3 cost or less tamer, and it also has the inheritable effect where it can pop a tamer or Digimon that is 3 cost or less, I believe. Going into the Greymon X over the Greymon, and Agumon in the rear there. Machinedramon, yes. He can go into a Metal Greymon to digivolve the Machinedramon, and then into a Metal X, but Metal X only pops 6Ks or less, and because the would-be Machinedramon is 7K, it wouldn't pop it, thanks to that inheritable 1K. Let's see what play he makes here. Going into, okay, the Metal X, nothing to pop. Also wouldn't get the pop anyway because it doesn't have the X antibody or the metal. But going into the X antibody under, he'll get the draw and then trigger the X antibody to go into the BlackWarGrey X here. And then when it unsuspends, it will pop the lowest cost Digimon and shred the source with the Metal X effect inheritable. Really, really poor position here for the Machinedramon player. Very unfortunate. The BlackWar player just having the straight lineup every time, not having to do any searches to fix their lineup. So the BlackWarGrey player has turboed into their Mega, and now the Machinedramon player needs to fight it out to it. While not having any resources on board at the moment. Not even a single analog man. They can go into a hard play Machinedramon, or maybe set up an analog man, going for the Machinedramon for 12 cost, using the effect. Unfortunately, very few resources in the trash for him to get out. Going for a 3 material to gain back 3 memory, and now the Machinedramon, I think, is when it swings, it can kill tamers. It can trash its security when it suspends, and then it can also punch Digimon that are unsuspended with the Metal Greymon effect. Okay, going into Agumon, looking at top 3, grabbing a Grey X. it's very vulnerable to digivolving though. So if he goes into a Greymon for the 1 cost into the Grey X and then Metal Grey, then this is a really bad spot for the Machinedramon player, because he'll lose his Machinedramon. Yep, here it is. And now it can definitely just be punched into, because the immunity from the battle protections that it would have by dumping inheritables aren't there anymore. In order to do that, they need to like blitz with the Machinedramon here with the X Anybody under, because the Wargrey stack does not have the Machinedramon inheritable. But actually, when the BlackWarGrey reboots, it will just pop the stack anyway, so that's not too much of a hassle. So yeah, that would just mean that the Machinedramon player would be incredibly behind once they get the reboot up. BlackWar player thinking if they want to put a next anybody and punch with their Metal Greymon, but I think it's more optimal just to play down a rookie and threaten lethal for next turn, and go for a much wider board, and potentially reduce the risk of giving the opponent a resource out of security. And yep, a red boost is just as good as a rookie. Choking the opponent on 3, having a look at top 4. Probably gonna grab that rookie to evo up in their nursery next turn, if they don't already have a rookie. Yep, grabbing that rookie, setting the rest of it on the deck, and when the BlackWarGrey reboots, it will trash security. And now with only 1 security left, Machinedramon is in a really harsh position here. He needs to out 2 guys here. Oh, sets up a analog man, and from what I know of, that security won't be enough. Actually, if it could be heavy, no, that's not it. Alright, GG. BlackWarGrey will take 3rd place, and Machinedramon will take 4th place. I tried to get the deck list off the Machinedramon player. Unfortunately, my camera was not in the correct settings, and I messed that up. So unfortunately, I won't have the deck profile for you guys. But really excellent to see such a wide variety of lists in the Oceania top 32. If you have a look at the breakdown, we actually had quite a wide variety. Even though a majority of the decks were taken up by Greyness and BlackWarGrey, but the conversion of Jessamon and Security Control and Machinedramon was really interesting to see them coming out in the top 16s and top 8s. So that was really cool. If you like that one, guys, check out the deck profiles that I've already put up from the Nationals of Oceania, the 1st place and the 2nd place of day 1. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.